Hello everyone, welcome to my channel No Inside Out. So today I am going to discuss about training part in HRM. So first of all, what is the meaning of training? So training is simply the act of increasing KSA of an employee for doing a particular job. It means KSA knowledge, skills and attitude. So training is all about enhancing or improving the employee's knowledge, skills and attitude. Now the question arises, knowledge and skills can be increased, but how attitude can be increased? So this question can be comes in mind. So attitude cannot be increased, but it can be moved from negative to positive. Okay, sometimes employees resist any change because they have a negative attitude for that technology. So here the meaning of training is to mold their attitude, to change their attitude from negative to positive one. Now, everything you need to know about employee training, it means imparting the knowledge, skills, attitude necessary to undertake the required job with a view to developing the worker to be. Okay, so this is all about training. Now, training is a two-way and continuous process. Obviously, training is a continuous process. Okay, that is because there is no end to learning. Okay, and we already know learning has no end. Okay, we can learn and we can learn something at every stage of our life. Okay, so similarly an employee can learn anything in their working environment, and he has to learn new technology, new patterns of work, okay, new methods of work. So this is about training. Now move to the next slide. Now, systematic approach to training. It means if an organization wants to conduct a training program, then what are the different steps that it should be followed? So, first of all, needs assessment. Needs assessment means the company has to find out that whether the training program is needed or not, and if it is needed, then what are the different gaps, what are the different areas in which we have to provide any type of training. Okay, and this gap can be found by comparing the employees actual performance with the standard performance. Okay, and when this comparison is made, then we have some differences, we have some deviations, and uh, to deal with that deviation, to decrease that deviations, we can use the help of training. Okay, now this need assessment can be of two types, individual and group. When I talk about individual training, it means a training program that is designed to increase an individual efficiency. It means only for one person. But when I talk about group training, then obviously it is for a group of employees. Then after, the next step is setting objectives. Now in needs assessment, we have clear about that which type of training is needed in our organization. Now we have to set some objectives, set some targets that we have to achieve for fulfilling that gap. Okay, and these objectives can be related to those gaps directly. Okay, only then we can fulfilling that gap by training. Okay, now the third step is designing training program. Now the objectives are fixed. After that, we have to design a training program actually. Okay, it means we have to take decisions like who are the trainees, who are the trainers, what methods we will use for the training, and what is the level of training. The level of training will be depend on the type of trainees. The trainees can be experienced persons, they can be some freshers. Okay, so the level of training depends on the type of persons. Okay, and we have also take decision, what should be the content in our training program, what should be the material, what should be the aids, visual and audio aids that we will use for our training program delivery. Okay, so for these decisions we have to design the a good training program. Now, next step is implementation of the training program. After designing a training program, it's the time that we will implement, we will deliver that training program to the trainees. Okay, and in implementation stage, we will deliver the content of training program. And where we will deliver that content? We will deliver that content at the scheduled place and in the scheduled time. Okay, and about this place and time schedule, we have already informed to the trainees and trainers. Okay, so that they can easily adjust their working schedule with the training program. Now, the next step is evaluation of the training program. Now, after delivering the training program, it's a time to evaluate the training program. It means we have to find out the effectiveness of our training program, and this can be done by taking feedback from the employees, that what level of training was there and what they have learned from that training. Okay, and is the training session was useful for them or not. So this kind of feedback can be helpful for evaluating the effectiveness of our training program. And this evaluation is very important for our organization. Why it is important? Because as we all know, organization is expenses, is making expenses. Okay, it is investing money in the training sessions. So it is very important for the organization to evaluate the training in terms of money also. Okay, now, so this is the procedure, and we can say these are some steps that an organization has to follow if it is going for conducting a training program. Now, move to the next slide. Now, types of training. Now, there are different types of training, and we have categorized these types in three basic categories: on the job training, off the job training, and electronic training. So on the job training can be categorized further into different methods: job instruction training, coaching, mentoring, and position rotation. It can also be called as job rotation. Next one is off the job training: vestibule training, internship training, classroom training, role playing. These are some methods under off the job training. Now next one is electronic training. In electronic training, these are different methods: audio visual, computer based, and distance and internet based learning. So these methods can be discussed in the next videos in detail. So please keep watching my channel, and thank you guys.